Hey guys, it's Rich Boy J here, back again with another video, and this one is going to be part 4 of the Crait MOC build series. So we got a good amount of work done this week. Unfortunately, we couldn't do as much as we wanted to do because there was literally one part that we didn't get in. I've been having a lot of delays with USPS lately. Have you guys been experiencing that as well? It seems like nothing that I order actually shows up on time. So if you guys are experiencing that as well, please let me know. Let me know that it's not just me, that at least it's happening to other people or maybe other people in my area. But I digress. Anyways, guys, we got at least something done. We were able to finish up some of the holes that we left as insofar as like the tiles that we weren't able to place last time because we were out of 1x1. So we got some salt layering done, and we also were able to do some like footprint work on the other side where the AT is going to be. So you guys are going to get to see where that's going to be placed in the MOC. And I actually got a lot of progress done on the AT-M6. In fact, I'm almost done with, I'd say probably 90% of it. So the build for that is actually going to be coming really soon, guys. I'm hoping to do some build streams for that as well. So whenever I have the AT-M6 and I want to work on it various times throughout the week, I'm hoping to do some live streams for that, so you guys can hopefully make that time go by fast for me. Because honestly, guys, look, one leg on that AT-M6, like the back, just one back leg on that AT-M6 is about 1,400 pieces. So that's gonna be me building for a long time on just a leg. So hopefully I'll do some build streams, make that go by a little bit quicker for me, pass the time a little bit better, because it's going to be absolutely crazy. So without further ado, guys, let's get into this video and show you what we've been working on. Alright guys, now let's check out the AT-M6. So the most obvious change is I finally finished up the head. There's actually nothing in it right now, so I'll have to go through and add the interior. But I think I'm pretty much finalized the design of the head, and I'm really happy with it. I think it looks pretty close to what it should look like, and this thing just looks so menacing with those piercing red eyes. So I'm really happy with that. Got those front chin cannons. I'm going to have to do some more work to like make that bottom look a little bit more finished. But overall, I think the design looks pretty good. Moving on to the back, I finished up these little canister things, so everything in there is pretty much good to go. I just got to finish up the designs for back there, and I'm so close to being done now, guys. It's actually really sweet. I can't believe that this thing has been coming along so fast. I know a lot of you guys say I build fast. It's really just with stuff like this, like, whenever it took me a long time to get to this point, like I've been thinking about how I wanted to build this thing for quite some time, and then I guess I hit a point where I figured it out. And once I figure out, you know, where I'm going with this, it's really hard for me to stop. So I just keep chugging along, I keep grinding on it, and now this thing is almost done. Also, just gonna have to do something like the exterior design. So there's like some greebles and stuff like that that I need to add to the side to make it look a little bit less perfect, a little bit less finished, and a little bit more detailed. So that's going to be coming up next, and I'm hoping this next week I'm going to be able to start the actual build for this thing. So I'm going to start with the legs because that's the more monotonous part of the build. I'm going to start with the back ones, move to the front ones, then the body, and then I'll finish it off with the head, which is actually how I designed this, so it'll work out pretty well. And this thing is just absolutely monstrous. I can't believe that I'm gonna have something this large. Like, it's gonna be about like 3 feet tall, guys. Like, here's a video or a render that I did of the AT-M6 sitting next to the AT-AT, and this AT-AT is already pretty huge in itself. This AT-AT, as I've said before, it's about 2 feet tall. This thing's gonna be pushing to 3 feet tall, and having both of these things together is gonna be just insane. So can't wait to have that built for you guys. I know that's gonna be a journey in itself, just figuring out if this thing can actually stand on its own. That's pretty much gonna be the million-dollar question, seeing whether or not I've built this thing structurally well enough for it to be able to stand on its own and stand on its own for extended periods of time. Usually whenever I build a walker like this, like with the AT-AT, I do what's called the overnight test. So whenever you're working on it, you'll probably end up like taking the body off of it when you're done working on it, when it's not finished. But once you pretty much finish it up to a point, you do what's called the overnight test, where you set everything up and you basically just leave it there and go to sleep and hope it, you know, is still standing upright whenever you wake up in the morning. Usually if the build can pass that test, then you know it's good to go. There's nothing wrong with it structurally. So that's going to be a little bit scary, but very exciting. So I can't wait to get to that point. So now, guys, you've seen the AT-M6. Let's move on to the actual ground build. All right, before we get into the actual build, we've been working really hard on this thing and we needed some help. So rather than go outside and look for a new builder, we looked for someone who's an expert in laying salt, and we found the ultimate salt guy himself, Salt Bay. So he's going to be helping out with this MOC moving forward. And I'm hoping more than like 5 people get this reference. Alright guys, this is what we have so far. So let me get into some of the changes since the last time you guys have seen this MOC. We went ahead and did this square right here, and we left a little insert here. So what's going to happen is we're going to have this MOC running for 2 days, pretty much at the convention we're taking it to. And we're going to have a few changes between the 2 days. For example, the first day, it's going to be the battle going on. So there's going to be a lot of ski speeders flying around. There's going to be like the walkers trying to shoot at them, as well as TIE fighters trying to shoot at them. And then the second day, we're going to have basically the battle between Luke and Kylo Ren. So the first day, we're going to have a ski speeder, and it's going to be basically here. But then the second day, we're going to move it. So it's going to have to go somewhere. The line shouldn't just abruptly stop in the middle of the plate. So we're making this section a little recessed. That way we can have like a part that we just can pull up, and then whenever we pull this up, we're going to replace it with a section with a red line that kind of trails off of the edge of the MOC, giving the idea that like the speeder flew away, so there isn't just this like abrupt stop and the red line that it's leaving in the ground. So these are the types of things that we're considering when making these MOCs. Moving on over to this side, we went ahead and placed some of the white tiles, so you can see these 2 middle sections before. There were a lot of 1x1s that were missing. We got the 1x1 white tiles in, so those are pretty finished up. I think it looks pretty good. It's nice to see more and more of these squares being formed so we can have more of like a battlefield and just kind of like a vast like fields of salt, and I think it looks just really cool being able to see more and more of this thing being completed. And then finally, I wanted to show you guys what it's going to look like in general terms, like with the AT-AT being over there. That one's going to be kind of at the edge of the MOC on that side. The AT-M6 is going to be over here. So I pulled up some of the tiles to put the feet in. I'm going to give you guys a closer look at the footprints on that side because I can't really stretch across this table and show it to you in this cut. But also, the AT-M6 is going to be on this side, so I'm going to have to start pulling up some tiles over here for footprints for that, since I have a pretty good general idea of like what the feet are going to look like on the AT-M6. I'm going to have to do like some measurements in LDD, but I think it'll work out. I think it's going to look pretty good. But just to kind of take a step back and look at this thing as a whole, I'm really happy with the progress we're making on this thing. I think having the AT-AT over there really just kind of makes this thing look more of like a battle, because before we just kind of had like these squares with salt on them, but finally having that AT-AT over there, and of course it's going to get moved around because we're going to need to work back over there again, but being able to see it live in action, I think it looks pretty sweet. It really gives us a good idea about the scale that this MOC is going to be, because if you guys didn't know, we're going to basically be filling up all 4 of these tables with the MOC space. So the Falcon's going to be over there in that corner on top of some mountains, so that's going to be a little bit elevated, but then all the way over here on this side, we're going to have an AT-AT, and then we're going to have the AT-M6 standing right here. So really happy with the way that the spacing is working out. We've been trying to lay out some of the TIE fighters to see where those are going to go. We have a pretty good general idea. A few things have changed since that little schematic that I showed you guys in the first video, so I'll probably need to make an update to that and then show you guys sometime down the line once we can get a little bit more of these parts cleared off of the table. Right now we just kind of build, push all the parts over to that side, and then if we need to work on that side, we'll push all the parts over. So sometime down the line I'll get the table cleaned off and I'll show you guys exactly where everything is going to be. But I think right now it's looking really nice. I'm really happy with the way this thing is coming out. And guys, let us know what you think about it. I really would like to know how you feel about the AT-AT being over there, as well as the AT-M6 being here. And so far as the scale, I wanted to basically leave as much room as possible for the actual battle. So I wanted to give the skimmers enough room to leave some red lines, because that was really trademark of the film. I mean, it's on the poster. So we wanted to have a lot of that incorporated into it. I'm thinking with the way it's looking, because we did decide to go with such a large scale for the walkers, that it's going to work out pretty well. But guys, let me know what you think. Like, this is the space that we're working with. The walker is probably going to stop about right here, the AT-M6. So that leaves us about like half of this table, and then pretty much about half of this table for battle space. So guys, let us know what you think about that. I'm really happy with the way this thing is coming out. We're able to get actually some pretty good camera shots of just the walker in the distance with the troops trailing between it, and I really cannot wait to have that ATM-6 sitting right here. I think that thing is just going to look so sweet. The all-knowing thing is that we're going to have to pretty much be building in here up until we're finished up and we can take it downstairs and then set everything up and make sure everything works together. So it's going to be a while before we get to see this thing like with a 360 view. So for the meantime, like whenever I start building the ATM-6, it's probably going to hide that walker back there. So it's going to get a little annoying in that aspect. But at some point, we are going to get to move everything downstairs, going to get a 360 view of it, because that's how it's going to be displayed at the conventions, and I think it's going to be absolutely awesome. And all right, here's a closer look at the AT-AT side of things, just so you guys can see the footprints a little bit better. Really happy with the way those came out. Obviously, some of those like orange pieces are going to have to be replaced later. I didn't have enough of the white wedge plates to fully finish off the areas around the feet, but have no fear, it's not going to be colorful whenever we're finished. One of the things that I didn't remember to consider, though, is the fact that this AT-AT is actually going to have to change up a bit. I believe on the front feet, I'm not sure if it's the same way on the back, but definitely on the front feet, the first order version of the AT-AT doesn't have these two toes, so I'm actually going to have to go back through and change those around and remove, like, edit the footprints as well to make sure I'm accounting for that. So that's going to be that's going to have to be something that I change, but for now, this thing is going to remain an Imperial AT-AT for the time being, so I think it looks pretty good in the meantime, and I'm really happy with the way those footprints came out. We didn't want to have them too deep, because honestly, if you look at like even on the Crait map on Battlefront 2, it doesn't leave like very deep trenches or imprints in the ground, mostly because like on Hoth it was snow, so it would make sense that it would push down on the many layers of snow. But for Crait, it's dirt underneath it, so it wouldn't leave that large of an imprint. So I think this is going to work out pretty well for what we want to do. And then hopefully I can get those wedge plates in soon so we can actually be all white around the feet and then finish off that square sometime soon. Alright guys, that's pretty much going to finish up this video. I'm hoping that you have been enjoying the process, the build process, as we've been going through this. I can't believe that we're already 4 weeks into the actual build. Now, I know we started the mock like middle to late last year, but as far as getting actual bricks placed, we've been doing this for about 4 weeks now, and I'm really happy with our progress. I think we're right on schedule to have this thing finished by our deadline of July 1st, so hopefully we can stick to that. We can keep going strong and getting a lot of this thing completed, and I'm hoping you guys are enjoying it as well. Half of the enjoyment for us is not just, building Lego and us just, admiring it in my game room, but also seeing your guys' reactions to it. That's always really nice. So hopefully next week we're going to be able to get a lot more of the ground done. I'm hoping I finally get that piece in. I'm actually going to be going up to Dallas to pick up some parts. I live in Houston, so that's going to be an interesting journey in itself. And then hopefully we can just keep burning through a lot of those squares, getting those done, getting more of the battlefield actually completed, and hopefully we start getting closer and closer to those trenches, because that's going to be a really fun part of this mock for us to do. So as I always say, guys, go ahead, follow us on Instagram. We're on there. I'm RichBoyJ. Garrett's on there as Garrett_Bricks. Make sure you follow us there. Also, if you guys aren't looking at our live streams, we live stream every Friday. It's a really fun experience. We've been getting really good feedback on it. So this week the stream is going to be a little bit earlier than we usually do. Usually it starts around 7. We're going to do it this time from like 3 to 7 or 3 to 8 or 3 to whenever we want to stop building. It's going to be a great time, guys, to engage with you. You'll get to see how we build. You'll get to see what it's like to work on a mock of this scale. And I think it'll be an overall good time for all of us. Finally, guys, if you like what we do, go ahead and support the video by hitting the like button, support the channel by hitting the subscribe button, and we'll be back again very soon with some great builds, some great content. Can't wait to show you guys what we're working on. Have a great day.